V is equal to VR cos H gamma X plus IR ZC sin H gamma X. Okay, and I is equal to VR by I is equal to VR by ZC sin H gamma X plus IR cos H gamma X. These two are the equations so far what we obtained for a long transmission line in a rigorous solution method. So where this X is called as the distance at which we have identified the finite amount of length dx meters measured from the receiving end side. But what we want is, we want the generalized equations of the transmission line, which will be in the form of Vs is equal to AVR plus BIR, and Is is equal to CVR plus BIR. Vs is equal to AVR plus BIR. Is is equal to CVR plus DIR. So Vs Is written in terms of VR and IR, but here if you check it, they are not Vs and Is. What we got so far is V and I. We have to convert that V and I to Vs and Is. Where do that Vs and Is exist in our circuit? They exist for a length of X is equal to L meters, which was measured from the receiving end side to the sending end side. Then by placing X is equal to L, then we can get this V as Vs and I as Is. By X is equal to L, by X is equal to L, it will be on the sending end side. For X is equal to L on the sending end side, the voltages and currents will become V as Vs and I as Is. Then the equations will become Vs is equal to VR cos H gamma L, as I told you that X should be replaced with the L, plus IR ZC sin H gamma L, and the next equation can be written as I is substituted as Is, which can be written as VR by ZC sin H gamma L plus IR into cos H gamma L. So what we have done here is, in the place of X, I substituted it as L, so that the quantities V and I are converted as Vs and Is. For the reason for converting this X is equal to L and converting the quantities is, we have to get the generalized equations. Those generalized equations will be always in terms of Vs and Is, defined in terms of VR and IR. So after substitution, if you check these two equations, the Vs Is are obtained in terms of VR IR, also here also VR IR. So we got in a generalized format. On comparing these two equations, set of equations, we can get the ABCD constants of this long transmission line using a rigorous solution method, where you can observe that A is equal to constant D, which is equal to cos H gamma L. Observing these two set of equations, so A and D with the coefficients of VR and IR, if you check it, the VR coefficient is cos H gamma L and IR coefficient is cos H gamma L. Thereby A is equal to D, which is equal to cos H gamma L. And in the previous discussions also it is very clear that, so A and D doesn't have any units, so that there will be no units for this A and D. Coming to the constant B, which is defined for ascending end voltage with a coefficient having IR. So if you check it as this is ascending end voltage Vs with a coefficient for IR, then we can get this B constant as, in comparison, B can be written as Zc sin H gamma L. So Zc, it is called as surge impedance or characteristic impedance, whose unit is ohms. And in our discussion from the fundamentals, it is clear that the constant B will have ohms as a unit. So A is equal to D cos H gamma L, no units. B is equal to Zc sin H gamma L, whose unit is ohms. And constant C, if you compare with the current equation is Is. Is having a constant C with coefficient for VR. So if you check that, Is is equal to, with coefficient VR, the constant C is 1 by Zc sin H gamma L. Then on comparison of that current equations, the constant C will become 1 by Zc sin H gamma L, whose unit is 1 by Z, reciprocal of the impedance, is called as admittance, mho. Unit for admittance is mho. So at final, we got the ABCD constants of this long transmission line. A is equal to D cos H gamma L, B is equal to Zc sin H gamma L, and C is equal to 1 by Zc sin H gamma L. At this stage, we have to recollect what is meant by this Zc and gamma. Zc is called as characteristic impedance, which we define it as a characteristic impedance, and mathematical formula for this Zc is ratio of the impedance per unit length to the admittance, Y. So Zc is equal to Z by Y per unit length. Therefore, this Z and Y are distributed elements in this case of definition. Coming to gamma, gamma is called as, if you check the gamma, this gamma is called as propagation constant, whose representation will be in the complex notation as alpha plus j beta. Gamma will be in the complex representation, whose representation will be in the form of alpha plus j beta, and mathematically its value will become square root of the product of impedance and admittance, where I represent these two as small letters because this Z and Y are distributed elements per unit length. Here also the small letters Z and Y are distributed elements per unit length. So characteristic impedance Zc and propagation constant gamma plays a major role in the long transmission line for finding out these constants called ABCD constants. Okay, so altogether after finding out these constants ABCD, our next objective is observing ABCD constants. They are in terms of hyperbolic terms like cos and sine, cos H and sine H. Then expansion is required for us to find out that ABCD constants. So our next topic is to evaluate ABCD constants. How to evaluate the ABCD constants? Evaluate ABCD constants. There are two methods to evaluate ABCD constants. They are, the first one, it is called as convergent series method. Convergent series method called as complex angles method. Convergent series called as complex angle method. And the second one is convergent series method and is called as real angle method. These are the two methods which are used to evaluate ABCD constants. The purpose of these two methodologies are to have the ABCD constants expansion because they were mentioned in terms of hyperbolic terms as cos H gamma L and sin H gamma L. Then if you check it to for the expansion, what is gamma L and ZC? If you check that ZC as I defined you, I will rewrite this ZC characteristic impedance as square root of Z by Y. Multiply the numerator and denominator with L so that the value doesn't change. But I can replace them with, if this per unit length values are multiplied with total length, then you will get total impedance, capital Z. And if the per unit value of this admittance is multiplied with the entire length, then you will get the total admittance called as capital Y. From now onwards, ZC is equal to overall values of Z and Y taking their ratio, square root of Z by Y. Similarly, the gamma, which is equal to square root of Z and Y, is there as per our definition of propagation constant. So, this gamma is further rewritten as, to have an analysis, our terms are having gamma L. Then what we can write is square root of, bring this L inside to this square root, then I can write it as L square distributed as Z into L multiplied by Y into L again. So that gamma L now it becomes, gamma L is equal to ZL, per unit value of impedance into entire length gives me capital Z. Capital Z is to be multiplied with small y, per unit length, distributed element. Whenever it is multiplied with entire length, gives me the overall admittance, root ZY. So this is gamma L. And ZC is root Z by Y, overall values. These two are to be known priorly before going for the evaluation of ABCD constants in a long transmission line. Okay, so let me go for the first calculation called complex angle method. Complex angle method. As per this complex angle method, using the hyperbolic terms, you can know that the series is there. What is that series? The cos hx, where x is the variable here. Cos hx can be written as per mathematical analysis as, in the expansion, it is nothing but 1 plus x square by 2 factorial plus x to the power 4 by 4 factorial plus x to the power 6 by 6 factorial plus so on. Like this happened. So for further, this cos hx can be written as the cos hx, which is equal to 1 plus x square by 2 factorial is 2, okay, plus x to the power 4 by 4 factorial, 4 3s are 12, 12 2s are 24. So the denominator you can expect here 24 plus x to the power 6 divided by 6 factorial, 6 5s are 30, 5 4s are. So expansion I am writing here 6 factorial. 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. This is 6 factorial. So 6 5s are 30, 34s, 120, 123s, 360, 362s, 720. So you can expect here 720 value. Plus the series goes on extension. Is called as cos h gamma x. Similarly, the sin h gamma x value is there in our series expansion hyperbolic term as x plus x cube by 3 factorial plus x to the power 5 by 5 factorial plus x to the power 7 by 7 factorial plus the series continues. So this is the sin hx series as per the complex angle method, Maclaurin's series. By using this Maclaurin's series, the sin hx is further written as x. Whenever we take it as common, we will get the remaining terms as 1 plus x square by 3 factorial. 3 factorial is 3 2s are 6 plus Whenever x is taken as common, here left over term is x to the power 4 by 5 factorial. What is 5 factorial? 5 4s are 20, 23 is 60, 62 is 120. So you will get a constant here 120 called as 5 factorial plus so on the series will expanded in order to identify it as sin hx. So finally we are having the series of expansions called as cos hx and sin hx as per Maclaurin series. Using that Maclaurin series, let me write out the values of this cos h gamma l and sin h gamma l. Means what I am going to do here in the next step is I am replacing this x with our gamma l, which is a known value. What is gamma l? Root of z into y is my gamma l value. Then what will become the series? Yes, the series will become here to find out cos h gamma l and sin h gamma l. The cos h gamma l, which is equal to cos h of root yz, then expand that series to get the cos h gamma l, whose value is equal to a or d. A is equal to d, which is equal to cos h of root yz. As per the series expansion, if you check it, cos hx can be written as, so a is equal to d, which is equal to 1 plus x square by 2. What is x square by 2? Root and square root will get cancelled, root and square, then I will get this as yz by 2 as a second term. And next the third term is x to the power 4 by 24. So I can write this as x square whole square, means this square, y square z square by the constant is 24 plus so on. The series will expanded in that fashion. For finding out cos h gamma l, whose value is equal to a is equal to d. In the same lines, to find out constant b and c, first I need to write sin h gamma l. Sin h gamma l. In series we know that sin hx is equal to x of 1 plus x square by 6 plus x to the power 4 by 120 plus so on. The same thing I am writing here for expansion purpose as, which is equal to x. In the place of x we are having gamma l. Then I will write this as gamma l, whose value is equal to root y into z, capital Y into capital Z, which was taken as common for getting our convenient purpose. Then the series will become 1 plus x square by 6. X square is gamma l whole square, can be written as yz by 6 plus x to the power 4 by 120. X to the power 4 is y square z square by 120 plus so on. The series will extend and continues. Okay. So that is a sin h gamma l. But what we want is, as per this complex angle method, what we want is the constant b. B is equal to zc into sin h gamma l is the value of b. Then substitute that b value for finding out entire constant, where you can write this b further as zc value root of, what is zc? It is called as zc is equal to z by y, root of z by y. Root of z by y is called as zc. Then we can write that b as root of capital Z by capital Y multiplied by, because ZC has have written, and expand this sin h gamma l called as root into yz of the series. The series what I have calculated is 1 plus yz by 6 plus y square z square by 120 plus so on is the series. Observing the equation, for simplification to constant b, root y get cancelled. So root z into root z gives me overall impedance capital Z. Capital Z which is different from ZC. Capital Z is the overall series impedance of the entire line. ZC is the characteristic impedance. Now, because of this sin H gamma L making a product with this ZC, so that the ZC is converted into Z with a series as it is. That series was 1 plus YZ by 6 plus Y square Z square by 120 plus so on. Okay. In the same lines, I need to get constant C. What is constant C definition? Constant C is equal to, on comparison, we get the value as 1 by ZC sin H gamma L. Sin H gamma L. Then 1 by ZC is root of Y by Z. So that I can write this as root of capital Y by capital Z, which is to be multiplied with the sin H gamma L series. This is sin H gamma L series. Means multiplied by root Y into Z. Yes, this is root Y into Z with their series as 1 plus YZ by 6 plus Y square Z square by 120 plus so on, like this. Then for further calculation, if you check it, root Z get cancelled. Root Y into root Y, its value is capital Y. Capital Y times of the fraction. What is fraction? 1 plus YZ by 6 plus Y square Z square by 120 plus so on. So, by this time we got the constants of A, B, C, D as their evaluation part. Constant A and D are evaluated. Constant A and D are evaluated with the series expansion as 1 plus YZ by 2 plus Y square Z square by 24, where its part is completed. Coming to B and C constants. B is equal to ZC sin H gamma L, which was concluded with capital Z multiplied by the fraction whose unit will be ohms, because Y into Z, reciprocal of Y and Z both are cancelled and it is unitless, but it is multiplied again with capital Z having a unit of ohms. In the same lines, constant C, if you check it, capital Y is to be multiplied with the fraction. Fraction is having no unit, but Y is having a unit of admittance whose unit is mho. So, ABCD constants are evaluated using our first series called convergent series complex angle method. And next we have to see for convergent series real angle method. So let us go for the evaluation of ABCD constants for the second method called as complex series with real angle method. As per this real angle method, we will use the extensions of the trigonometric terms. As we know that gamma, called as propagation constant, is a complex quantity which will have the real part and imaginary part, alpha plus j beta, where gamma is called as propagation constant of the traveling wave, either may be voltage or current, which propagates with this value of propagation constant. And real part of this propagation constant is called as alpha, which we call it as attenuation constant. Attenuation constant, whose unit is, it was measured in Nepers per unit length. Per unit length. Coming to the imaginary part, beta. Beta is called as phase constant. Beta is called as phase constant, whose unit is measured in radians per unit length. Radians per unit length. So this gamma is called as propagation constant, alpha is called as attenuation constant, beta is called as phase constants, which are measured with Nepers per unit length alpha, radians per unit length as beta. So that alpha is equal to gamma is equal to alpha plus j beta. We want gamma L in our expansions of ABCD constants, where L is length of the transmission line, long transmission line, which can be written as alpha plus j beta to be multiplied with L as alpha L plus j beta L. Okay. As per this real angle method, now we are using directly the trigonometric expansions called as cos h of gamma L, where you can write this cos h gamma L as cos h of gamma L is expanded as alpha plus j beta into L. As per the series, you can write that as cos h of alpha L plus j beta L. This is cos h gamma L expansion, whereas sin h gamma L is written as sin of alpha L plus j beta L. These are the hyperbolic terms which are required prior to get the constants of ABCD for this long transmission line, where A is equal to D, which is equal to cos h gamma L. Directly we can get that from the trigonometric expansions. And next, B is called as ZC sin h gamma L, and C is called as 1 by ZC sin h gamma L. Okay. So since this ABCD constants formulas are already derived using rigorous solution method, we use the real angle concept method here for getting the exact values of ABCD. So let us see what is the exact expansions of this trigonometric terms. So the constants A and D are directly written here as A is equal to D, which is equal to cos h of alpha L plus j beta L, alpha L plus j beta L. So in the form of, it is in the form of cos h of A plus B, where you can write that as, which is equal to cos A cos B, okay, plus sin A sin B in terms of its hyperbolic values. Cos h alpha L cos h j beta L plus sin h alpha L sin h j beta L. Out of this entire term, the hyperbolic and the j notation, in general we know that these two can be written in combination as cos term. Then you can write this cos h gamma L in direct as cos h alpha L. This term becomes cos beta L plus sin h gamma alpha L, and this term becomes sin beta L directly, where h and j gets vanished. So this is about constant A, which is equal to D also. Directly you can get this. So while doing this, everyone has to remember that this beta L should be in radians. Radians. Here also alpha should also be maintained in radians. Okay. So alpha and betas are to be maintained in radiances. Then A is equal to D, we already got the values. And next let me go for B and C constants. So to write that B or C, first we require sin H gamma L, which is expanded as sin H of alpha L plus J beta L. So it is in the form of sin H of A plus B. In expansion we can write this as, sin A cos B, sin A cos B plus cos A sin B. Here also the H term and J, hyperbolic term and J get vanished and can be rewritten as sin H alpha L cos beta L plus cos H alpha L direct, cos H alpha L as a direct value. So sin hyperbolic term with J notation can be written as sin beta L. This entire value should be multiplied once with ZC and once with 1 by ZC to get the constants of B and C. So B value is now I am writing here as ZC into sin H of alpha L plus J beta L. Similarly, C can be written as 1 by ZC of sin H of alpha L plus J beta L. Expansions are also given here. So like this we can evaluate ABCD constants using this real angle method, where we can get all the constants A, B, C, D. But one thing you have to remember here, previously the series method, Maclaurin series method, there it is an capital Z. But now here it is not capital Z, it is a ZC. Z is different from ZC. Z is the series impedance. ZC is the characteristic impedance. Both are different. So altogether we got the evaluation of ABCD constants also. In the next we will do one problem regarding this ABCD constants.